ifuna wena. Like you need to be there to explain why, because even you yourself probably can't tell us why for a lot of the things that happened as to why people were doing them, or why you ended up calling yourself what you call yourself, or going under the names and that were given to you, and using them to do what you do best, and that is to make us laugh. Welcome to the show. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you? Thank you.
I'm well, thank you. So I have a tradition on my show. I never introduce my guests
Hmm.
myself because I feel like I won't do justice to who you are, or I may, do too much to what you want me to do. And
Yeah, yeah.
sometimes you may just be feeling chilled, and you're like, no, I feel like I'm cool. I like pears. Hi, I'm ABC, and I like pears, and maybe that's the information you want to add about you. So I try and give a person the opportunity to, really introduce themselves, because
Yeah.
then we'll know you from you.
Okay, cool.
So who are we with here today?
Cool. Thank you for having me, by the way, RMR. My name is Thumamna. I'm a stand-up comedian, and I like rowing. Yeah, that's
I'm a
sort of
stand-up comedian. I like rowing.
that sort of sums up who I am.
And your coconut?
Well, that's the name that people would call me
Mm.
because of my accent. I grew up in a township in the east of Joburg
Mm.
called Tembisa, and people would call me that because I like to row. So
Mm.
yeah, I'm not a tropical fruit, but I'm half Tswana, half Pedi.
Exactly. So it's not even there.
It's not even
But
there.
I mean, it's made its way into the title of your stand up comedy special. Is it a special there? Is it special on your TV? What's the story there?
Yeah, it is a special. It's
Mm.
your full hour. So
Your full
that's a
hours is
comedy special.
special.
Yeah,
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 because okay, cool. So now it's made its way to the title of your comedy special,
yeah.
third generation coconut, second time running
Mhm.
at the National Arts Festival,
Yeah.
and wow, it's been over a year, where you've now had time with this material, and you've had time with the work that you do. How has it been? How has the journey been for you?
It's been lots of fun, lots of growth. I mean, I've been doing comedy for 9 years,
Mm.
and I think every time I perform with the senior comedians, because there's like your KG Mukhadis, your Kanye Sabonus,
Mm.
your Mojek Lehuku, they've been in the game for a long time. And just hanging out with them in this festival, just an eye opener of how new I actually am. Even
Mm.
though I'm in 9 years, it's a big industry, and like there's so much to learn. And
Mm.
yeah, I just love the challenges that this gives me.
Mm.
Just to go and unpack who you are, and also maybe deal with some bullying via the comedy model,
Hmm. But that's
which
the
is which is
special
very
thing.
healing.
Yeah, I mean it is healing, and I'd like us to really discuss that for a bit. You know,
Yeah.
transforming pain into laughter,
Mm.
and the process of that. Is it is it that thing where people would make a joke and they're poking at you, and then you respond with something that kind of implies that you're cool with what they just said, and then they come back and be like, no, you're just acting like you're cool, but really you hurt. I've experienced that before,
Yeah.
when someone does that and they say something mean and you say something self-affirming to
Yeah.
try counter that, and they be like, nah, you just so now we get chances to take those things that we don't necessarily
Yeah.
embrace fully, and we are able to now make people laugh and make people happy about it.
Yeah.
What's your view on that? How do you think about that? How do you come to that as a person?
So I mean, I grew up being teased
Mm,
because I'm different, right? I'm a Timbisa kid.
mm,
I'm a girl, and I love rowing. So already that just put me in a weird like box, because as people, we like, if something is different or someone's different, we want to put in a box
yeah,
so we can not deal with whatever.
yeah.
But I never like took any offense to being teased or whatever. I just embraced it, and I'm like, okay, yeah, maybe my muscles are a little bit big, for a 9-year-old
Mm,
girl. I just embraced it, and I always like found the funny in it.
in
Yeah, in
in
it. Yeah.
All right. Okay. No, I really like that. I would love to us to continue, with getting to know in terms of now, uh, when it comes to the comedy, how have you now gotten yourself to a point where you bring your material to life, right? You bring your voice as life on stage. How have you gotten to that in terms of your writing, in terms of everything? How can we now understand? Oh, Nangi Autato. We can hear her and we relate to her, because one of the things that comedians are really like cherished for is their relatability.
Yeah.
So how do how have you done that with your work?
I just basically share my story, right? I speak through my lived experiences. As I said, like I poke the fun in in what people say. I mean, I don't mind at all, because it's just opinions of people, right? People will always have opinions of you, and they're entitled to their opinions. I just speak to what people say to me. Like, people say the most random things to me. I remember this other day. I was hanging out with my friend just outside like a Checkers. Like, this is probably like 2 years ago, and some random guy just walked up to me and he accused me of hitting men. And I said, no, I don't do that. And he's like, okay, you're a boxer. And I'm like, no, dude. And then he looked me up and down and he said, okay, soccer player. So I talk about stuff like that on stage, which is really lived experiences, and I just share with, hey, can you believe this guy just said this to me? So yeah, I don't think it's precious. It's just people. People will always be people, and they'll always say whatever. I just take whatever they say and I bring it to stage.
I'm glad this is radio. But okay, so
Yeah.
essentially, it's how do you, okay, in the moment when people say these things that they say,
Yeah.
what makes you, what in your brain, in your mind, your heart, whatever, doesn't put you in a position that other people find themselves in, where
Like
they wallow in it?
I don't know. I think because I've got experience in it. Like, I've been teased by, like, I think when I was a 3-year-old girl, like my uncle would be like, 'cause I had a big head for my body, and he'd be like, "Tlhogolo." So my own family would like tease me. I remember being a little girl, and I was really fast in running, and there was a program in SABC1 called The Day at the Races, and it was about a disc jockey who was running, trying to make money with his horse, and his horse's name was Legs of Thunder. And because I ran for the school, the entire school would tease me and call me Legs of Thunder. Imagine.
No
but,
way.
but I didn't care. I was just like, it's just endearment. I just took it as that, and sharing the stuff is just, people say ridiculous things,
And you're like,
and
oh,
I just go, okay, and then I just say that on stage and people laugh. So like, the stuff is written for me, bro.
You can't make this up.
No, I don't make
and
it
I feel
up.
like
Yeah.
that's the case for a lot of comedians. Comedians will tell you, I'm not making this up.
True
This
story.
is really what's happening in my life right now.
Yeah.
And would you say, right, in us wrapping up our interview, would you say that would you say that third generation coconut, right?
Yeah.
Really speaks about your life right now. If someone goes to watch it, will I leave there being like, I know Tato? Like,
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I speak about pretty much everything about me, who I am. I'm lesbian. I speak about that, coming out of the closet. I speak about my nieces and, like, what shapes them. And
I've heard a lot about your show.
Thank
I've
you.
heard a lot about your show.
Thank you.
A lot of people have been speaking to me about it, and they've been telling me and recommending it for me as well. So
Oh,
I'm
wow.
very excited for tonight.
Yes.
Right.
Thank
and
you.
Tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Right. And are there only 2 left?
So I've got 3 shows left.
3 shows left.
Tonight at St. Andrews at 8, and then tomorrow morning at Dick's Theatre at the Monument at 10, and then the last one tomorrow night at 8 at St. Andrews.
Okay.
The closer.
So now this is like the last 3 shows.
Yeah.
Of a 3-day run. That feels like a whole new run in itself.
Yes, of course. Yeah. I've already had, like, I think 6 runs.
Exactly. So you've ran twice.
Yes.
If they were like 3 nights, you're running the 3rd time now.
Yeah.
Essentially going for 9 shows.
Yeah.
That is in itself mind blowing.
Sure.
you
Yeah.
know,
Actually, when I think about it, it's like, whoa.
it
okay.
is, it is, because we come into NAF and we quickly do it. Yeah, that 5 days is much,
Mm,
but to add another 4 on that with the fluctuating audiences and
mm.
all of that that's
The
going on,
rain,
yeah,
the
it's
potholes,
and being in Makanda
the
still,
donkeys. What's up with the donkeys, though? Like,
yeah,
what's up with the donkeys? Like, tell me the real story of the donkeys. Like,
so they're
I
not
heard you
really
guys.
donkeys. Let's start there.
Ah,
Uh,
like, what are they? I want to
no,
know.
like they're like we use them
They,
essentially.
so you abuse the donkeys?
No, we don't abuse them. It's a
Okay.
very nice type of use.
Oh, okay.
So we're putting up a front
Ah,
as a town. We're actually extremely wealthy,
okay.
right?
That explains the potholes.
Exactly. This is the front,
Okay.
right? The potholes are actually symbolic, right? They're symbolic to the fact that we're so wealthy that there's like our pockets are that deep. Yeah, well, as deep as our
That it'll
potholes.
mess up everybody's tires.
Because that's our pot, like our gold pot.
Yeah.
That's our pot, and it's that deep as that pothole. So whichever pothole you encounter, for example, it
I heard it was.
behind Steve Vigo.
Yeah.
You find a massive pothole name, and that one is just to show that listen, got deep pockets.
All right. I heard the potholes. The potholes is because the donkeys like just dig out charts for them to have water.
Oh my
because
goodness.
Makanda never has water.
Yeah, we never have that too.
Yeah.
But that's the sad bit. We don't talk about that much.
Okay, sorry.
You
can have a sip. It's fine.
Thank you. Oh yes, thank you. Oh my god, what is this now? I'm shaking. It's even we don't sweat anymore. We had a race the other day.
Oh wow.
And we just ran. And no one was sweating at the end of it. There was a strike a few weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
We were, striking, causing chaos and everything. Authorities came.
Yeah.
They wanted to hose us down, but they couldn't. It was a no water day, so they had to.
I can't say.
It was a no water day.
So Rhodes has water also. Rhodes University.
Yeah,
What is this? Look at this.
You see,
this is Rhodes.
That's Rhodes University water. We have water now.
From where? This is water taken from the potholes.
Yeah. Tato, thank you so much.
Thank you for having
tonight.
me. Yeah.
It's 8 o'clock tonight.
8 o'clock tonight
Tomorrow,
at St. Andrews. Tomorrow at 10 a.m.
10 a.m.
Yeah, and then the last one at 8 p.m.
8 p.m.
At St. Andrews, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So the last one is the killer show.
Yes.
It's the final one.
That's the final one.
It's the showdown. It's
Come
crazy.
through Makanda.
Oh.
It will change your life.
It will change you.
A
Thank
coconut.
you so much for joining us. Third generation coconut. And you don't want to miss that one. It's going to be great. It's going to be lovely. Thank you. And just like that, Kimbala Puli, we spoke to